Some questions. I'm gonna be letting you know what they're asking.
Cool. I'm with
So we take questions from the audience.
You bet. I'm with it.
Oh man. Oh yeah. We more than good. And I look at it on here.
Oh, okay.
This is about to be bomb. Yes. You can go on my page and share it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I give everybody a couple of minutes to get on. You like the way you look?
Mm-hmm.
They edit everything out that I'm saying right now.
Oh, okay. Oops, I didn't cut that. Oh no, if I just went live, I'm good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I meant to share it.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Bet.
Look at LaSabia. Hey LaSabia, how you doing? You guys, we gonna get started in a couple of minutes.
Hey, Lasabia. What's up, Facebook?
Our guest is not gonna be shy tonight.
Did I say her name right?
Yep. Yeah, and LaSabia, I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah. All right, now one question that I'm gonna ask you is, how is can we talk anything about the mom, or is that off limits?
Okay.
We just ask simple questions like, is she involved and things like that? She's not. You see what I'm saying? It's just part of the story. But if you feel like you want to exclude it, that's fine.
Okay.
Do you want to exclude it? Because you never know who's going to get this show, but you know that's a big pop too.
I know. I mean, I make it work. I make it work. I got you.
It's tough.
I ain't tripping. It is what it is. I got physical soul custody. That's paperwork. I can show that live.
Nah, you don't got to. It's just interesting. I'm going to try to get around it though.
I mean, but whatever questions come.
All right. All right, you guys. We want to welcome you all to another episode of Let's Talk with Ro. And tonight, you guys saw the flyer. We're going to be discussing what it's like to be a single father. A lot of times we talk about single moms and single dads. You know, they kind of get put on the back burner. Tonight, our guest is Donovan. It is so good to have you on here. Look, Donovan said Donovan Brown
I ain't know
Senior.
what you were saying.
Donovan Brown Senior. And, you know, it's so good to have you on the show tonight. Donovan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you have your own business. I always like to give everybody some light. So tell me a little bit about your business.
Brakes and Rotors. Hey, everybody. What's up, Facebook? Thanks for tuning in. I'm Donovan Brown, 36 years old, single father of an 11-year-old son, Donovan Jr. That's my heart right there. But I do brakes and rotors and roadside assistance. You lock your keys in the car, you can give me a call. Flat tire, give me a call. Brakes and rotors, you can stay home. I pick up your parts and come to you.
Oh, that's cool. And you guys, I will put his information on so you guys can hit him up. We all need roadside assistance sometime. So you guys know we don't waste any time hopping right in. We want to get to the juice. So, Donovan,
Yes,
you know, I ran into you not too long ago, and I was really surprised. I'm not going to lie. I know Donovan because he used to cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you were saying that you weren't even really cutting anymore,
Yep.
you know. And did you stop cutting hair because you got custody of your son?
No. I got custody of Donovan probably close to 6 years ago. I stopped cutting hair because it was running into being a parent. He run track, he played football, he boxed.
So basically you did.
Yeah.
So, okay, question. You're not cutting hair anymore and you get custody of your son. So you've been having full custody of him for 6 years, you said?
Yes.
Okay, you know, everybody, it's so sad to say, but it is rare that I see a man have full custody of his kids.
Yeah.
So, is it just you and your son?
Yes, that's it. Just me and my son. It's just me and him that live together.
So, what kind of challenges do you experience being a single father? Like, what is it like? Do you oftentimes get people to say, "Oh, it's just you," like when you
Yeah.
show up?
Sometimes it's challenging because my son, if he would see a child and their mother, his whole day is off. Sometimes people will ask if I'm going to the emergency room or the doctor, where's mom? And it's always a challenge. Sometimes it's hard to date because some women only want to date me because I got my son.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They no interest in me. They just got kids and they want a stepdad. So it's a lot of challenges.
Okay, so question. With you dating women, when do you decide is a good time for you to bring a woman around your son? Do you do that on the first day?
No, I haven't. I don't. Only because my mom was in and out of relationships and I got attached to a few men and I know what it's like. So my son, he's going through a lot of trauma with his mom not being there. And I will not allow him to be hurt by a woman who's undecided about what she really wants, And I think that's a real big no-no in our community. I think you should know who you're talking to, and I think we should start utilizing Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 while dating. And I think it will alleviate a lot of bullcrap.
Okay, so what kind of woman are you looking for? So since it hasn't been a woman that you brought around yet, what kind of woman would you bring around?
I'm looking for Dr. Didi. For those who don't know, for those who do not know, Dr. Didi, that's my first lady. It's my pastor, Pastor Mike's wife.
Okay.
And she gotta be spirit-filled, spirit-led, only because my pastor was attacked. His body was attacked a few years ago, and he ended up in a coma. Couldn't walk, couldn't do nothing. And he asked his wife, how did you do it? And she cried out and said, I only did what you taught me. And he asked the church, if the devil came and attacked your body, how many of you guys would be alive based off what you taught your wife? And that moment I was like, that's it. If she ain't spirit-filled, spirit-led, and has a relationship and serving, I don't want her.
Oh, God.
She can't come around him.
So, I know that I saw something. I watch my guests before I put them on. And you said something about no sex before marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true?
It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. But
Tell
if
me
a woman,
about...
I want a woman that's stable, that know I ain't going there. Because if we slip up, I don't know where we gonna go from there. I really want that. I actually was just dating a woman maybe 2 months ago and said that, and she was against it.
She wanted to have sex.
Yeah, she wanted to have sex, and she was like, I
so
got.
Did you stop?
It.
So. He said the ladies. So I have heard women say that though. They say, "Don't you get married without sampling that thing."
Yeah, she was serious too.
So did she break it off? Or did it was mutual?
It was. I don't know. I ain't have a lot of willpower. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that was a game. Women run game too.
What you mean?
Sometimes they fake like they want, be in a relationship the whole time. They just like a man, just want to have sex and then, boom, don't answer the phone, no nothing.
Oh my God. No, but that's true though. I know women like that, and I know women it's just the way it is. And then sometimes you're dealing with people and, you have sexual relations with this person and they ghost you, but sometimes they had a whole nother relationship the whole time. And you really don't know who you're dealing with. And that's why I say only time can tell that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You have to take your time getting to know people.
For sure.
So your son hasn't ever been around anybody. We have something from the audience. Okay. Anthony said, thanks for tuning in, Anthony. Anthony said, I can relate because I raised my son only from the age of 2 months old, and he's 20 now. He said he's actually experienced everything you're talking about.
Wow.
So what do the talks look like when you have to talk to your son because he's asking you questions about why other people have their mom and he doesn't?
I tell him to pray for her. We pray for her all the time.
So you don't believe in talking negative about her to him? Like, what do those talks look like?
Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, as a parent, you kind of gotta, and it's not like talking bad, you just gotta teach character behavior, if it makes sense. And with that being said, I've had moments to tell him that your mom has all opportunity to come to any track meet, any boxing session. She can come to your school for parent-teacher conference. She can come eat lunch with you every day. She can come see you. But it's just, I don't know what took place. It's just like I don't know.
So she doesn't?
No.
Does he ever say, why doesn't she come see me?
They talk about that. They get into it. They argue. Now he old enough. He
asks
can
her
see
questions.
for himself. Yeah.
Wow.
And then if I do let him go over there, he's calling me back within an hour, like I'm ready to go. And,
Really?
Yeah. And he hasn't been over there in probably, when I got custody, it was probably, and I'm not exaggerating, God can take my breath from that, probably like 3 or 4 years before like he was back with her. Like I let him go for a day or a few hours. And when I would, there was always something. He calling me immediately, like, come get me. I'm ready to go. Even now, I just had to stop communication because if they get into an argument on the phone, he's off for about a week or two.
Okay.
He's getting in trouble in school, cutting up at home. It's
just like you got to reprogram him.
Yes.
And women say that all the time. They say as soon as he go over his father's house,
Yep.
he comes back, I got to reprogram him.
Yep.
Because he over there, and it's like the two parents are on one accord.
Yep.
So it's like you go over this parent's house and you get to do whatever you want to do. You can eat candy over there and you don't have a time to go to bed.
Yep.
And then you come back and you like, I hate it because I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
No, I
But
think
it's
that's
totally different over there. It's and I hate to say this, but I hope this can help somebody. It's the babysitting her children. You know what I'm saying?
So he's going over there to his mom's and he's the one that has to keep the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, no child should have to watch babies. He's a
No.
child. He's 11. He shouldn't have to watch a 1-year-old and an infant. Like
You know now, sometimes some of my teacher buddies, they are saying that while kids are in school, I have kids that are in elementary school that are holding infants while they're on the camera for school.
I believe it.
No, this is a real thing.
I believe it.
So I understand what you're saying. It's your responsibility to guard it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times parents, oh God, it's so hard when you're co-parenting with somebody that's really not fit, because you're like, I don't want to keep your child away from you, and then you get that kickback. But at the same time, I don't want to have to be up all night because you're going over to an unstable environment. That's frustrating.
Very.
That's frustrating.
Very.
So, question. Do you think, does your son ever say things like, Dad, you need a girlfriend?
That's so funny you say that. I can't remember the site name. He just said something like, God could take my breath if I'm lying. Today's Monday. I want to say Saturday. He said, so what's up? You find a wife yet? I said, oh, that's not easy. He said, they got dating sites, Christian Mingle, and he just, it was
he said
something
you got
else.
Christian Mingle.
I'm not lying. For the last he's 11, like 7 years, he's been asking me. I've been in my son's life since he came out. I got my son hair from his first haircut.
Okay.
When he was 1.
So y'all been doing this?
Yeah, since day 1. I just finally got physical custody. I had joint custody when he was born. I was the plaintiff for all of that. Men, stop faking. I'm going to get to that point. But yeah,
right.
So he definitely does that. He's been asking me this for a long time. When you going to get a wife? So
if you do bring a woman around, you think he'll be okay with it?
I know he will. I just got to see and get confirmation. I pray and ask now. I done made my mistakes, so now I need confirmation.
You like, I want to be sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, outside of all the spirit field, that's wonderful. We know we want a God. So, what else are you looking for in a woman? Like, is it a particular look? So, let's say this, if she is an unattractive woman and she's spirit filled, you good with that?
I mean, if we kick,
What's
the
important
connection,
to you?
the connection, the vibe got to be there. I ain't really caught up on looks no more.
What?
The vibe, I'm dead serious. The vibe got to be there. If it's not a vibe, I done had like the female I was just telling you about, very, very, very pretty, but
it wasn't
like that. It wasn't that vibe. I knew it wasn't.
Was you turned off when you like, okay, so in your mind you like, I'm honoring you by saying I
I
don't
was
want to
turned
sleep.
off.
I don't want to
Yes.
sleep with you.
Yeah.
And then she like, I mean, like, did she say it ghetto or did
No,
she
she
say
said.
it like,
I mean,
you try?
it's hard to say.
It's
She
like,
said.
it's like the tables have turned.
Yeah, she said,
Women used
you
to-
really believe in that? I was like, yeah. I said, you don't? And she was like, I ain't gonna lie. I got to sample it because I said, but that works both ways. What if you feeling somebody and then when y'all get married, he go there and realize, I don't like this. Like, that worked both ways.
So how would that work if you guys never had sex before you got married and you got married and the sex was bad?
I don't think that could happen if the
Lord,
true mental there.
Let me say this. I'm Christian.
Uh-huh.
I'm with this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am going to say is it has happened.
Okay.
And I know people that it has happened
Same
to.
here. Same here.
So you talking about I don't think it could happen?
No. I'm saying if both parties pray and ask for confirmation.
To improve our sex
No,
life?
for confirmation on if that's wifey and if that's husband. That gotta be established first. And I feel if two people really, really love each other, like if you can connect and fall asleep on the phone with me night in, night out for whatever, however long, and then we go there, I don't think it's gonna be.
Oh, I know. I ain't never gonna be married if that's the case, because I can't.
No, I ain't saying we all that. I mean, I don't know. I ain't putting no time limit on it. I mean, like I said, it just gotta be that vibe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just so interesting because now we live in a time where, you know, women used to be sacred like that. You know, it's like now women actually
The internet.
Women actually go out looking for somebody to have sex with now, and it's like she like, oh, it's nothing. That's one of my hoes. I'm telling you, women do it effortlessly now.
Yes.
I have friends that do it.
They're amazing.
And it's crazy. So, okay. So, what happens when you go out? Have you been out with a woman that's attractive to you, like you're attracted to? And, like, was it hard for you to push back?
No, because nowadays you can't find a woman that's not willing to wait. Like, some want it soon as y'all start talking.
How does that look to a man, though? If you go out with, this trips me out. If you go out with a woman, right, you looking at her like, oh, she is bomb, she is beautiful. You know you a one woman type of guy. So you go out with her, you taking her to dinner or whatever. Sometimes, does it shock you that it was that easy?
Nope. Because it's been like that forever. I mean, it's the time we live in, the internet, the computer, the phones, the glam, everything is just, that's what it is. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's hard to find that's hard. Even for myself, I'm not going to fake it, but I know that's what I need.
That is crazy
I need
to me.
it because I haven't met one that's like, nah.
So at what point, okay, so how much is established on a first date? Because my thing is, when you're going out with a woman on a first date, you don't tell them that you don't believe in sex before marriage on the first date, do you?
That come out way before sometimes. Because some way, somehow, lately, I have been making that my, like, look, I don't want nothing physical. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like women
I'm
are
trying to say
raping
that,
men now. It's like women are
but
raping.
it's hard, man. Like, you know, parenting and life, working every day, it's like,
oh my God. Wait, I gotta give some shout outs. All right, guys, you know, this is going, okay? But no, I want to send some shout outs. Hey, Tania. Hey, sis, how are you? Tamara, how you doing? Anton, my #1 fan. Hey. Grandma, what you doing on here? Grandma, we ain't here talking about the sex, and you on here. No, hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in. You guys, if you have questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comment section. Or any kind of statements or questions, whatever, we open. But this is wild. You know what I mean? Because I hear so many people say that they don't believe in, you know, the sex before marriage. And I'm not going to lie, I think it's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about why you feel that way. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I ask people that and they can't get deep as I I'm pretty educated on that, so I kind of like to hear what people have to say. What is the purpose? What do you think happens when you have sex before marriage?
The connection is lost. The covenant that should be there with them, y'all two, and God, that's lost. Is we already born sinners, so it's it just stops everything, and then sometimes it brings too many feelings if you're not willing to be with that person. And we too old. I'm almost 40. I ain't got time for that no more. So I think it just, the respect level kind of changes a little.
The respect that you have for her, or both ways?
Both ways.
Because men tend
It's
to
both
care
ways.
more about respect.
Yeah, no, it's both ways. I don't look at women like, oh, she did it on the first night. We human. We adults. Like, you got needs.
People
I
got
needs.
questions. People got
Go ahead,
questions.
I'm ready.
Cheryl, you haven't been married before, have
No,
you?
never
No,
been married.
he said no. No, he's
I'm
never
doing that
been
one
married
time,
before.
Cheryl. I'm only getting on my knee one time.
Yeah, and Tamara said you shouldn't. Tamara is married,
That's what's
and
up.
her and her husband they heavy in the church.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean? But she you shouldn't share your soul with everyone. So for me, as far as the having sex before marriage thing is concerned, I feel like God gives us a guide, and I feel like he gives us that guide because it's for our good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is when you do have sex with somebody and you guys are, like in a relationship and you're kind of acting like you're married, what happens, in my opinion, is you create that soul tie. And the horrible thing about the soul tie outside of marriage is that you have a possibility of breaking up.
Yeah.
More of a possibility, without the commitment. Marriages break up all the time. But you know what I mean? It's kind of different once you make that level of commitment.
Yeah.
If you're serious about it.
Yeah.
But to me, when you have sex with somebody, now you guys are tied at the soul. So that breakup, it can be, that's not always true though. For women, I think it is. But for guys.
Nah, believe it or not, dudes get attached more than the women sometimes.
Tania said, thank you for your question. Tania said, how do you deal with the temptation? Because I'm going to keep
I ain't going to fake like I have moments of breaking. Like with the one that said she wanted a sample. I broke. I ain't gonna sit here and fake. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, that's why I want that. Because if my attention on you and I feel like we going somewhere, then I feel like I can,
He said, Tania, we laughing so hard, y'all. I'm sorry. So he said, with the last young lady he dated, he said, I had moments of breaking. He said, the last one I broke, she said she wanted a sample. Oh my God. You got a Rob Wilkerson on here. I don't know if you know. Yeah, he said, what's up, bro?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob? Yeah, we went to Bible school together.
Okay, cool. But thanks for coming on, Rob. It looked like this your first time coming on. Welcome. But I will say this. At least you're honest about it.
For sure.
Because I think the catch is, once you have had sex before, it can be really difficult, especially to stop. That's a hard switch to cut off. So Tania really wanted to know though, how do you handle the temptation? Because women are walking around naked now.
I know. Lately, I'm not gonna lie. So I did go Tania. I did have 3 weeks of not doing nothing, and I just recently broke. But I got at my church we have a sick group. And we talk about certain topics. And one of the groups the groups I was in, it was dealing with sex. Forgot what the topic was. So I got a few friends that's accountability partners that I have to call when I'm at that moment of, feeling like I'm about to go there. So that's what I do. I call them, and then some women, I try not to date after hours because it's a possibility that we're going to end up in somebody's car or house. So
we got a lot coming from the audience. Thank you all. Okay, so Cheryl said that Cheryl, that's good information right there. That's something I didn't know about you. I'm learning. But Cheryl said that she was married twice. Okay. And she said on her second marriage, she did decide to wait.
That's what's up.
And you know what, Cheryl? I would like to know, did that second marriage, is it still in existence or did that end in divorce as well?
I bet that's still in existence. existence. Come on,
Look, he hoping it is.
Come on, Cheryl.
You know what I mean? But Anton has a good input right here too. Anton said that it's true. That's shocking coming from the man tonight.
I'm telling you.
He said, I think once a man is in love, it's deeper. I mean, he said once a man is in love, it's deeper than a woman's capability to love. Wow. And have you ever heard somebody say the man should love the woman more? Have you ever heard that saying?
No.
I have.
Yeah?
Yes, my grandmother and a lot of the women in my family used to always say, make sure he loves you more. Yeah, they always felt like the man should be the pursuant. He should be the one chasing it down. Uh-oh. So Cheryl said that marriage did end in divorce because he didn't reveal some issues that he had. Wow. Okay, Prince, thank you for your comment. You know Prince Uchi?
Yeah.
Your man is on here. You pulling people on. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Greg?
That's a turn off to real men. There's no way a man can take a female who's being over sexually. He says serious in no way. I can't, I guess because that's me. I can't really picture myself. And ladies, y'all help me out here. But I joke around all the time, but I say women are always the kind of cat. But that's the alley cat right there. I can't imagine you in the car and you just throwing yourself on a man.
They do.
What?
They do.
Do they be drunk? I mean,
you got needs. People got needs.
Cheryl said the reason why they got a divorce was because of sexual issues. Oh, Lord. And I don't want to get into it no more, Cheryl, with that one. But that could be anything because it might not have worked.
Yeah.
That's
a big problem.
That's
a big problem only because
if you got a sexual issue.
No, I don't have no sexual issue.
No. I'm saying in general. See, this is where the foolery comes in. If you have a people lie, man. That's true. And I noticed that a lot of men that wait to have sex till murder. Now, I'm with it. You know what I mean? If that's what it's about, that is God's way.
Yeah.
And His way is.
That's why I said pray.
And His way is best.
Like me.
You know
Get
what
confirmation.
I mean? But some people fake with it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of times I have dealt with people that waited until marriage to have sex, and a lot of times the man waited because he had issues having sex. And that's cheating.
That is cheating. No, now I don't mean no disrespect, but I thank God I don't have no, what's it called? Like erectile.
We not
I'm
doing
good
this.
Yeah, I'm good there, baby. I exercise, all that, eat healthy, I lost like 40 pounds on the pandemic.
I'm crying. Okay, so the ladies have a question for you. Treese, good to see you, sis. Thanks for tuning in. So Treese said, what does it mean for a woman to be overly sexual?
Now, she got to ask Prince Uchi that. Greg said that. I don't
know.
But when he said,
he responded. Prince,
right.
He on it. He said overly sexual. Overly sexual is meaning exposing your body.
Now, okay.
Leading with your body. Using the body to gather attention or exposure. He made it clear.
I see what he's saying now. Okay, because we talk about that. A lot of weeks have been, for some of y'all that don't know, if you just tuning in, I got 10 years in the barber game. I just recently left. But in the barber shop, we talk about that. And a lot of people think I'm wrong for saying I don't agree with women wearing spandex outside the gym. I think that that's for the gym or just the ladies' night. I don't think that that's for going to Walmart, going to the football game, because that's why some marriages don't work. Because men, we visual, we physical. You know what I'm saying? When we see that, it's like boom. Oh man, you see Charlie? So now now the houses is getting broke up because for real, we only win at you because we can see everything. How many dudes have you ever seen approach a woman that I don't know the right name for, but they got the whole little the Muslim thing going.
Oh, okay.
And face covered up. You don't never see them getting, hey, shorty, boo boo, what's that? Because of how they dress. Now, I do agree. Now, I do shout out to the women that put the jean jacket around the waist or the the extra long shirt. But I feel what Greg's saying now. Even the pictures on Facebook, like if you can look at some women, they got the nice smile. Some women, every picture they turned around, they want to show the butt.
And y'all know some of y'all
like,
on here now be having that butt out.
Yeah, so I see what he's saying now.
But I do too. But I will say this. I don't believe in getting in the church and looking like a curtain. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. No, because I'm serious. It's like women, y'all know what I'm talking about too. When you first get in the church, you go through this phase where you're really zealous. Yeah. And I remember I had people joning on me because I had on a shawl one day. I really took it.
Looking like my grandmother.
I took it to the max. I mean, I know I had on a whole shawl.
But that's what's up, though.
No, I do believe in covering yourself and looking decent. But you can look nice. Like, my shirt is up to my neck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I knew tonight I was going to have a man on the show. I'm not going to come in here with no low-cut shirt. With my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, it's a way to do things. And I think
and we respect that, believe it or not. A lot of men don't talk about it. We're going to look at you half naked. We are. But then we talk about you as soon as you get past this.
Yeah, but
I don't know why we do.
But you know, I worked in the barbershop.
So you know.
I worked in the barbershop for 13 years. And I was the only lady in there, for y'all that don't know. So I watched it. And I would be in disbelief, ladies. Like, I mean, the girls would walk by, right? They'd bring their sons in. A lot of times, if you go in the barbershop as a single mother, off the back, if you are over friendly or you being thirsty, when you leave, it's going to be 3 of the barbers that put in on you.
Yep.
They're going to say, you know what, I'm going to hit that Joe next week.
Yep.
I'm going to hit her next week. Yep. It happens, and it never failed. Every time they ran through women, they'd come back in there and be like, bro, I got her.
Yep.
Got him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. Thank you, sis. But the bottom line is with women, you know, men can see when we are leading in a thirsty way. They can tell. Them tights, our boobs hanging out, you know, they know what time it is. They know. And you right. Some stuff I do, me personally, I see some women, now, and here in my salons, we get video vixens. We service all kinds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Money.
No, I mean it though. We do. We get a lot. We have people that do wigs and things like that. And we get the guys come in and they can't even concentrate. Like, I mean, they dropping stuff. They trying to see. I can see women's butt through the pants.
The clothes,
Sometimes. Like, I can see the skin through the tights.
Yep.
And I don't knock them. I be like, you know, because so Donovan, since you coming from a Christian perspective, though, some of those women that dress that way really don't see anything wrong with it.
Jen, they was raised that way. Mothers dress that way.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was taught that. My cousin said that to me when I was 16. He older than me. We was talking about something, and he was like, nah, man, you don't want no woman like that around your daughter. I was like, huh? And when he started talking to me, breaking it down for certain clothing and why, as I got older, I see it now. And it's sad. It's sad.
But I will say this. I don't care. I mean, sexy women have been around since the beginning of the time.
Yes.
It just changes. You know what I mean? So, do you feel like men get a pass for cheating if they slip because some spandex walk past them?
No, they don't get no pass. They supposed to have willpower, but just like you were saying at church, I'm an usher before the pandemic. I was ushering at Echo. They had me on the door row. And after at church, for those who don't know, you meet before you serve, and sometimes you meet after you serve. After the first Sunday, I said, listen, I got to get off the door. Everybody bust out laughing. They said, that door a beast. That door, man, working at that door, some women, and then we got some black women they the most beautiful thing on the earth. So when you come in dressed that way, it's like I don't hold everything. It's like,
it's terrible.
Man, like, yes, like you just saying yes to everything. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like yes. You be like, baby face, I pay your bills. Like, I ain't lying, bro.
I pay your bills. And you know, everybody that's on here that goes to Community of Hope, y'all know what our church look like because we play go-go.
Go-go.
Do you hear me?
I can't imagine what's
so you know, we get it real hard up in there. Our security, we have women and guys on the security squad, and it get tough.
It's
you
tough,
know what
man.
I mean?
It is.
But it's everywhere. It's at the grocery stores.
Yes.
It's at, it's everywhere. But guess what, ladies? I'm about to fend for us. Men are no different.
Yeah.
Men are going hard now.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. When men's pants are tighter than they've ever been.
Yeah.
And y'all know what comes with that. Just like y'all see a hind parts print, men have a print in the front. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times, a woman, you know, we trying not to look. But y'all, now women, y'all know what I'm about to say. The infamous gray sweatpants. Men know what they doing when they put on those gray sweatpants and have on those Timbs and not tied up. You know what I'm talking about. So, yes. Look, Cheryl said it off the bat before I even said gray sweat. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So, women get that too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's interesting for women because it's like, oh my God. It's just, it's crazy now. It's not even a difference. You know, people are throwing themselves at people sexually all the time. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's scary to me.
Yeah.
Because I think some people are really blinded. They really think that this person is just losing it over them.
Yeah.
Nah, this their MO.
Yeah.
If somebody easy with you, they easy somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's their character.
True bill.
You know, but some people's like ego is so thirsty that as soon as somebody comes on to them, it's just like, oh my goodness, yes, it's me.
Yep.
You want me. And I'm like, nah. Because see, my father, if y'all didn't know, my father died of AIDS. Nah, I'm saying that to bring awareness. So it set a tone in my head. It made me scared. Like, I mean, when I was younger and I was moving around different, you know, y'all not... I know all y'all are perfect and everybody,
no, ain't nobody
whatever.
perfect.
No, people be fake. People fake so hard.
Perfect.
No, people fake so hard though. Like people act like, yeah, I don't have kids because I made the right decisions and I didn't know. No, God was looking out for you. But when I was younger, I remember when Pastor used to be having the free AIDS test up in the church, and you know, you start thinking, and you be like, I did do it, Lord. Please don't give me the AIDS, please. But nah, seriously though, for real, it would get real, and I didn't like the way I felt. You know what I'm saying? You would have that drunk night, you didn't use a condom like you were supposed to, and it could have been my boyfriend. But you know, you got in your mind like, is he moving around? And that's just not the life that I like. I'm serious. What do you think causes people? Why do you think you and I have a conscience about how we sleep with people and why some people don't? Some people can go sleeping with people with no condom all the time.
I know.
What do you think is going on?
Some of us have been molested and raped as kids.
Okay.
And it's a sickness or a pain or something that just needs to be done.
Hold up, Tania just preached a sermon on here. She said how you get them is how you lose them. And that is interesting. Because a lot of times, what's going to happen if you meet somebody that's kind of like a nympho? You meet them off the sex. What's going to happen? 9 times out of 10, they don't have no discipline. I don't think that the discipline is something that's like, it's a choice. Yeah. So if you can't exercise discipline with me, you probably can't exercise discipline, period. Yeah. So even if I did commit to you, you probably got an issue with discipline. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's like, okay, your boy is coming in here too. You know, Nikki Wilson, that's my girl. Nikki said to tell you that Kaden said hi.
What's
Lil
up?
Kaden?
Nikki Wilson.
You know Lil Kaden? He just lost his dad.
Oh man,
I'm gonna fill you in on that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about that. But yep, Nikki, that's cool. He does remember him. Shout out Nikki for tuning in. Prince has some stuff too. Prince said, "Your boy putting in some work tonight." He said, "Sex has become a hobby. There isn't a penalty for being labeled or seen in that negative light."
True bill.
It's a penalty for me.
Yeah.
I don't want no hoe man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that don't turn me.
No, I know what he's saying. In the barbershop, or even in school, men period, you get kudos for how many women you sleep with, or who you sleep with, and how fast. So that's what he's speaking on. I know what he's saying. It's just the life we in, and I think it all stems from just not being taught.
No, some people know better, and they just don't want to do better.
That's true, but like
Tania said, I think people who sleep around sometimes deal with low self-esteem. And that's true.
Yes.
Think about it though. Put me in the pocket. So look, right, Tania, you on to something right there. So look, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they're insecure, everything you do is gonna make them feel insecure, and they can secretly be mad at you. Like you could put on an outfit, or you know what I'm saying, you could get your hair cut a certain way, or put on a certain pair of boots. And she'll be like, "Oh, you trying to go get attention today?"
That's true, baby. I had on a cologne. She never smelled. A female said that. You must be about to try to go out. I'm like, damn, I can't.
I just put on cologne. You see what I'm saying? And long story short, you see now she's trying to retaliate, or he's trying to retaliate because they upset because they can't handle you. That's it right there. Everybody cannot handle you. You gotta get people that can handle you and your level. You know what I mean? Like that's a big one. Okay, Cheryl said promiscuous talk about that because as your guest said it comes from trauma. Promiscuous talk. Okay, give me some more feedback on that, Cheryl, because I might have took too long to get to that. Promiscuous talk about that because as your guest said it comes from trauma. Yeah.
The why they sleeping around.
Why they sleeping around? Okay, now I'm with you. Yeah, it can come from trauma, but you know what? At this point, y'all, I don't care. I be like, you can have trauma, but I have never seen therapy more talked about in our lifetime. This is an era of therapy and help.
Yes.
And if you have an issue, no questions asked. You know about therapy and your trauma now. So if you know you got problems sleeping around, at least be real enough to cut somebody loose.
But some people, it's hard. Like you said, them soul ties. Soul ties that's big. Like,
I know.
We overlook it like it's just easy. Nah. See, we was taught, we not saying like we better than a lot of people, but some people, I feel like if anybody take the time out to just say enough is enough, I want to get closer to God, I need to learn more. Certain things should convict you. It should make you feel like, dang, I'm tripping. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? But I think you need a crew that you can call, that you can pray with, you know what I'm saying, that been there and done that. Like, you need to first be real with yourself about wanting to help and needing that help.
They don't be wanting no help, though. A lot of times people stay there because that's where they at. They be like, I can't get away from it, blah, blah, blah. But I will say, you can be sexually tied to somebody, and it is difficult to break.
It's hard.
Now, I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah, that's hard.
It can be really
real hard,
difficult.
especially if the sex is good.
Yeah, that's why you got really... and this... Now we talking about deception. Because sometimes people will do anything to get you.
Yeah.
If you are a challenge, you know what I mean, and people are trying to get there, they will do anything. And it's really horrible when people lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I dated a guy, and he lied about his kids.
What you mean?
No, just what I said. No stutter. He said that I knew about one of his kids, but I didn't even know about the rest of his children.
Wow.
Yeah, like, because he knew. You know why he lied? A lot of times, ladies, you got to be careful. Because when men want to get you in that bed, they'll tell you anything. And they know what caliber of woman you are. Yeah. You feel me? So he knew that if he told me he had those kids by them different women, he wasn't even going to see me again. Yeah. He knew that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because I said it. So Prince Monique got something for us. Some people feel that might be their best assets. I'm going to assume she's talking about sex.
Sex, okay.
Some people feel like sex is their best asset and the only way they can trap, attract, or keep someone.
Yup, true bill.
Yeah, and that's real right there. Yeah. Especially, because how many times y'all seen somebody that ain't even have a job? And she, you know, he or she, men get hooked on women like that, and women get hooked on men like that. I've seen it go both ways. You know, and it makes them, I've seen men get hooked on broke women.
Low self-esteem.
It don't be that, because they don't care. Like, if a man has money, he don't care about her having money. But I think that, is that right?
Yeah, that's true.
Do men care about
Some-
women having money?
The ones that use their money to get women, they don't. But men that don't care about your money and they working hard, like me, like I'm kind of attracted to a businesswoman because I got a few businesses and I'm on it nonstop. So if you ain't there with me, it's been conflict. You work too much. What? You know how behind I am? Like, I want
So
too
you
much.
had women tell you that you work too much?
Yeah, that's a turn off.
Okay. So
We done.
We done.
Yeah.
So, question: how important now, as a business owner, it is so interesting to me how to find that balance. You know what I mean? So, how does that work? Like, cause I work a lot. So, at what point?
You're a business owner, right? And you
Right.
know how busy it could be.
Right. So, at
So
what?
if you was dating somebody and he was busy too, you would never get mad at him.
I don't know.
Nope. Because you understand what, especially if he
I
telling you
wouldn't-
some goals that he got
I
and
wouldn't
how
get
close
mad at
he
him
is.
getting the bag. Now you gotta go get the
Yeah.
money. You gotta secure the bag.
Yeah.
But I think that also I've seen marriages fall apart because of the bag. I'm talking about it will.
Because the bag wasn't secure or they was going after the bag too much and no time was
they
there.
lost it. The bag was the only pursuit.
That's the only thing that kept them together. And see, that's what blow me when people talk about marriage, because it scare people. That's why you have to, for those that don't know, and I'm not the most like unsinful Christian, don't get it twisted. I make my mistakes, but I can talk like this to Ro because I know her far as who she is. So Proverbs 3:5-6 says what? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Stop. We do that in relationships. We do not go for confirmation. So when people hear these stories about marriage failed because of that, they be like, see, that's why I ain't getting married. That's why I ain't getting married. But they forget marriage hurt the man if we're not married, because the Bible say a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord.
All right, so that's real, but we missing out. They having Cheryl and
Who was-
Cheryl and Prince
Lucci?
is having a whole situation on here. I mean, they talking real good, you know. And Cheryl is saying, "Thank you, Cheryl, for handling it. She got the kickback."
Greg ain't gonna stop. Greg, let's go, Greg. Don't let up. You going for the men, baby. Come on.
All right, so Cheryl is saying that sometimes incest and rape brings on insecurity, self-esteem issues, which a lot of times, you know, you put yourself out there. And I get it, because, you know, you feel like this is all I'm worth. Or a lot of times, if your initial, like your introduction to sex is rape, that can be very challenging.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for people. You're not even going to be turned on. Like, that. You can't, it's really hard to go against that taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you right about that, Cheryl. You know,
True.
and Prince said that I think we put too much into money. You can make your money, hustle and grind heavy, but time is more important. Now
It
see,
is.
he on that wave I'm on. That's one thing we can't get back. Money we can lose. See, I always myself, I've been a businesswoman since I was 15.
Okay.
And I don't see that stopping. That's who I am.
Mhm.
But I have learned to balance it. You know what I'm saying? Because in the pursuit for marriage, you don't want a marriage that's starving.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
For
And
sure.
I don't want to be emotionally empty.
Yeah. And I get that, and I understand what you're saying and what Greg's saying, and I ain't never gonna not make the time.
Oh,
But-
they eating you up.
Who?
Everybody.
Oh,
Tamara said time is everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not rushing anything. People fail to realize when you rush, that's just in my opinion, and I've seen it done. When you rush, it don't work out. When you take your time, it lasts. Everybody I know that took their time, they are still married. Everybody I know that rushed the process, they ain't married no more. So I'm gonna go by what I know. That's the only reason I'm doing that.
Yeah, and I believe you believe what you believe, but I'm going to say that everybody
Yeah.
is a dangerous zone, because when it comes to love, nothing has been with everybody. Everybody's story is different.
It's different, yeah.
It is. I know people that got married after 6 months that been married for 25 years.
Yeah, me too.
I know people that...
one person, one couple.
Yeah, and it's not a lot. I know people that dated for less than 2 years. like to me, when a person like you have boundaries. So question: if you're dating a woman, how long do you think it would like? Is it a time frame on how long it takes you to get to know her, or how long you want to date without being married?
If she's not lying to me, then it won't take long. Because like I said, I can kind of good on reading character.
Oh, they setting you up. They
could.
No, they asking questions like they want to know.
Yeah.
So okay, we gonna get to everybody's questions. So Tania asked for you to explain what does rush the process mean. Everybody I saw rush the process.
So rush the process. The honeymoon stage. You know how the honeymoon stage is. It's real exciting, and in the honeymoon stage, it's like when I see you. We're going to make time. If I'm busy, if I'm taking care of my son and I'm on call and my business is a little different, I can't just stop. Everybody's business is different. My business, I'm on call 24/7. Changing tires, unlocking cars, brakes, rotors, whatever. So with that being said, I got to want to make time. If I don't want to,
that's what Tania said.
If I don't want to make time, then I'm not. And then if you forcing me to do it, you really blowing me now. So, I mean, the vibe got to be there. If the vibe is there, then it ain't no time frame.
But if you get that's what I was just, that's the point.
The
So
vibe gotta be there.
If you making time, because I feel like if a man wants a woman, when
he
she make
do what he gotta do to get her.
Yeah, when she make a request, even if it piss you off, you gonna try and make it work.
Yeah.
We can't get everything we want, ladies.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know what I mean?
Try our hand. Yeah.
You gonna try your
hardest
hand
to do it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Tania said I got married after almost 5 years, and it didn't last 6 months.
Wow.
They dated.
So this the thing I want to know. Was God in the center of this relationship? Don't leave that out. That's where I'm at. Everybody I know that kept God in the center of their relationship, they are together living a lavish lifestyle. And that's what people are missing. Keep God in the mix. Don't just go off your own understanding.
Okay, Tamara said, and I know that's true. She said, I got married after 1 year. She said 12 years in, we were both ready and survived our storms. We had the same mindset. They've been married for 12 years. They met each other and they was like, look, I ain't trying to play no more.
On the same mind, equally yoked. They was equally yoked.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Tania just said it. The
what?
one you asked about the 5 years and they met.
They was?
He was a Muslim.
Oh! Is she a Christian?
Yeah.
Equally yoked. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be equally yoked. It's not gonna work. That's where I'm coming from. I ain't perfect. I'm just going off the people that I know.
I'm gonna tell you though. See, that come from wisdom too, though. Tania, I remember I dated this Muslim guy, and this how the devil works.
Excuse me.
I guarantee. No, you good. I was dating this Muslim guy. This was years ago, but he was all that, girl, and a bag of potato chips with chicken and cheese.
You got real pretty when you said that.
Yeah, he was all that. He had the looks. He was we had great conversation. We had a wonderful time. I mean, he had money. He didn't have children. He had never been married.
Dang.
But he was Muslim. And he could not believe it. You know how you dating, so you'll entertain something after the date and you know you're not supposed to. I entertained it longer than I should have, but I did cut it off. But when I cut it off, he couldn't believe it. He just couldn't. He was like, you that serious? And I said, I know God is not going to bless this.
Yeah.
So it is. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. I can't marry no Muslim man.
You can't.
It's
scripture. You can't do that. You have to be equally yoked.
Yeah.
You have to.
Monique said Muslim women feel like they superior and they can convert any woman. And I'm going to tell you, he was in there trying to convert this little, I'm going to tell you right now, he was trying to convert me. He was.
And it blew me because I wish they knew, and I ain't trying to get off topic, but a lot of people don't even know who wrote the Quran. Moses wrote that. Look it up.
Okay, that's a whole
nother
jump. Yeah, we got it, because they going to take, I got some scholars on here, and they going to wear that out.
All right, don't beat me up.
No, they would, but that would be a whole nother show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the point is, I don't think it's a good idea because you're starting off going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, when you're starting off in a relationship and y'all leaning towards marriage, right? Even though everything might not be right there, at least it's something we can move into fixing.
Mm-hmm.
We can get this right.
Mm-hmm.
But being a Muslim and being a Christian, how we ever gonna get that right?
It's not gonna work.
You see what I'm saying?
It's not
We can't. That ain't getting right.
It's not gonna work.
You know what I mean?
It's not gonna work. Especially if it's not gonna work.
That's just gonna be wrong. We already gonna be separate. On Christmas, we gonna be separate.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna want gifts. My girlfriend saying what they got for Christmas, and you like, I don't do that. Yeah. I mean, it's so many things with that. How we can't go to church together, and that's a mandatory.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
so
sure.
that unequally yoked thing.
That's.
You gotta at least believe the same thing.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so Antonio Wyatt. What's up, Black? How are you? So what go on 100 dates and some until the one comes. He said, so what? Go on 100 dates until the one comes. Yeah, and I believe in that.
100.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, I believe in that though.
Yeah.
I don't, but if he gotta say, like, I want you to come off the market.
Yeah.
I'm not, because women do that a lot of times, and I saw that happen so many times. Like, a guy can be so good to you. Like, if a guy had funds, he can take you out on Tuesday, take somebody else out on Wednesday, somebody else out on Thursday. So I never wanted to assume that a man was only saying me because he was treating me really good or being really nice to me. You know, because 9 times out of 10, if he treats you like that, he's going to treat all women
like that. And sometimes
like
some women will give it up faster depending on the location you take them. Like what restaurant you take them to. You'll get it a lot faster. Believe it or not.
April said, if I had to date now, I just wouldn't. She said, it's just too many games.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a lot of people out here that really want to be in a good relationship. I meet a lot of good men and women that are single and eligible. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just about running into them.
That and timing. You know, sometimes with our relationship with God might got to get a little better before we can try to, because I often ask myself, and some of my boys have asked me, are you husband material? Would you marry you right now? And I'd be like, damn, that's deep.
Yeah, are you marriage material?
And I answered, no. At the time he asked me, I was like, nah.
So do you think you marriage material now?
I do. And I knew what he was saying.
You sound real iffy.
Nah, because marriage is big. That's what I'm saying. I ain't rushing that. That's your life. That's the rest of your life. That's big. Like, I'm not just accepting anybody for that. Like, just like you said, I want.
We talking about you.
I know. I'm just saying me. I know. So I ain't going. Even if somebody is ready, I gotta know I'm ready too. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let me give you some scenarios. Let me give you a test to see if I feel like that you ready to be married.
Okay.
Okay. So this a good one. Y'all tune in. Here we go.
I know what this is.
Nope. So let's say you cooking breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you want to surprise her with breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know what she like yet, but you just
That's not gonna happen.
Hear me out. You just want to surprise her with breakfast. So you make the bacon, the sausage, and the eggs. And with the eggs, you know how you beat the eggs and you put the cheese in the bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could cook the eggs and then lay the cheese over top of it. You cook the eggs and lay the cheese over top of it.
Right.
And you make her plate like, voila, boo.
Yeah.
And she be like, I don't like this. Are you going to be accepting of that and be willing to change the way you've always cooked your eggs?
Of course, I got to cook for what she like. But
goodness, y'all, did y'all hear that? Woo!
Yeah, no, but that's never going to happen with me because I'm going to know if we at a point where I'm cooking breakfast, I'm going to know what you like.
Yeah, but it's interesting though. So, okay, do you ask your lady what she wants, like as far as gifts concerned?
Okay.
Are you the type that observes your lady and just makes the purchases? Or are you the type that says, make a list?
I haven't been in a long relationship before. So,
what?
Yeah.
You almost 40?
Yeah.
What's the longest relationship you ever been in?
2.5 years. It's hard.
2.5 years?
Yeah.
That's a good length.
Yeah, but it's hard because I don't even think that's a good length. I know people that's been 6, 7, 10 years, all that. Like, And I guess because of
Tamara said that's a good husband. And it is, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to really zone in with you and pour into you right there. Because it's a horrible thing when you're dating somebody or you're with somebody and they're only doing things to feed their own ego.
Yeah.
Follow me here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help y'all on how to point it. If a person is just going out to buy you gifts or just going to cook you something to eat, and they just want to impress you without taking the time
to know if you
to
like
know
it.
what you like and to ask what you like, because they're so afraid to be wrong or to make a mistake or to have not the best idea. That's a horrible thing to have in a partner.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you can never be honest about what you like or dislike, because they always gonna have a problem with that.
Yep.
So the whole relationship, you just have to take what they give and pretend like you like it so you don't break their ego.
True bill.
And that's horrible.
Yeah.
You should know the person that you're with.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Babe, what do you like?
Yeah.
What would you like?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to surprise you and then you bring me something I don't even want.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the one. I'm going to say I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I don't care. If you get mad and you don't get the point, then clearly you in a battle with yourself.
True bill.
You see what I'm saying?
True bill.
And I have seen so much of that. And a lot of women, I knew this one lady, y'all, she said her husband bought her Mary Kay for 20 years in a row.
Oh.
You know why? Because she kept lying.
Yeah.
Every time he bought that big basket, every time he bought that big basket, she was like, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you be mean, but you be like,
You
babe,
gotta be
I really don't
honest.
like this. And you like, after a while, when you gonna really take a look at what I like? Stop trying to surprise me with stuff and I don't even like it.
Yeah.
No, but Tamara said he still has the order right and check the bag so my favorite toppings aren't left at the store. Right. She talking about, you know how he's involved with her. He knows his woman.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Monique said, I think dating for more than 4 years is them waiting on the next thing.
Yeah.
She basically said, we know this not going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
So we just here until we find the
That's
one.
why I don't really lock in relationships. It's a waste of time. We not in high school. I don't do the boyfriend girlfriend thing. We even having sex or you about to be wifey. One of the two. And I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, after having my son and going through what I went through with his mother, no, I'm not going through this again.
I got you.
Yep.
Antonio said, so the real question is asking yourself, what do you have to offer a woman or a man? Okay, so right now, let's say, since you esteem him so highly, Pastor Didi come to you and be like, God showed me somebody for you. What do you have to offer that woman?
What I supposed to offer?
What's that?
To love her like Christ loved the church.
And how is that?
How is that? Honor, respect, loyalty, stability.
Do you feel like you should be able to provide for her? Or do you, some men don't feel like that these days. Like,
No,
and this not a trick question. I really want to know that. Do you feel like part of your role as a husband would be to provide? And what level of provision do you think?
We talk about this all the time. So I get cussed out for saying it should be 50-50 in the household.
Okay.
Everybody be like, what? Man, you the man. You supposed to pay for this, pay for that. Nah, I don't agree with that. And I'm not going to lock in with that. Simply because, speaking on some of the things that you and Tamara are saying, if I want to surprise my woman, let's just say for years we've been talking about how many times she want to go to Maui, but every time she want to go to Maui, something happened and she can't go. So if I want to surprise you and do that for, let's just say 2 weeks, I think for some men, and I got everybody bag different, everybody that had different help, everything I got on my own.
April said, are you single by choice? I'm sorry to cut
Yes.
you. So she said, do you have a good relationship with your mother?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, now we do.
Okay.
First it was a little rocky, but
It's healed now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard it. And Cheryl, give me why you said yikes. But Antonio said it's got to be something that no one else can offer. You know,
Yeah,
as far
for
as what
sure.
you get. Not really though.
No, because everybody, I think we all have that one soulmate. That's what I believe. I think, just like the Bible said, he knew us before we was in our mother's womb. I feel like we all have that one soulmate. And that's the purpose of waiting. I don't know. Like, I ain't the smartest. That's why I want a woman on that level. So this could be easy for both of us. I don't want to waste your time. Don't waste my time. Like,
I know, and I think it is the wildest thing how you end up with certain people. It's like certain people I hear all the time, they say it's not what you were looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not what you
didn't even see it coming. Like,
Cheryl said she viewed a man as the provider.
A lot of people do.
Listen, this is my thing, right? Because I'm financially well off, and how can I say that?
Be real.
Yeah, a lot of.
Be real. Some men they ain't got it because of the system or whatever.
Yeah, but guess what? That ain't my problem. Till they figure the system out.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because you know what? When I have dated men that were less well off, a lot of times the security and the issues, it was just a problem with me. You know what I mean? So I either had to turn down or, you know what I mean?
Settle.
I know. I just couldn't.
I know, yeah. I'm here. Yeah,
and this my thing. Even if you do make less, you know what I mean? I need to see that go get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where is it? I gotta have somebody that's a grinder. Like, let's go. I just can't. I can't.
And that's where I was at, and that's what I was saying earlier, speaking on why. See, women forget, like, and I ain't knocking no other man that got a nice job, whatever, but it's not as easy for a man to come out here and make money like the women can. It's not. And it's been like that for a long time.
No, man, that's cool. But if I see you grinding,
if
I see you working,
I feel
a lot of times we'll come together and for a reason, and that woman can give you a little push. You know what I'm saying? Or give you some wisdom that you didn't have. As long as you ain't trying to sit on the couch.
Yeah, nah.
That's the point. But
I work 6 days a week, sometimes 7.
Oh God, we got so much going on. So Prince said, the only thing you can offer a person is genuineness and companionship. Anything else they can get for themselves. And Cheryl said, take care of that mortgage and we'll pay the other bills. Okay. And I'm like that, Cheryl. If a man pays the big house, the big bill, I do the food, the electric.
And guess what? If we add all that up, it's probably the same thing as the mortgage.
Hold up. This the comment for the night right here. April said, Ro, you looking like a basketball player wife. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Stinks. Excuse me. Thank you. Purr. Thank you. But Tania asked what if she's a good woman, but she's less well off than you? If she can't make the 50-50? Because you said you big on the 50-50 and the business woman. No.
No, hold up. That's a good question. Hey, if she can't make the 50-50, long as she doing something, I ain't tripping. And they ain't lying about it.
That's horrible, y'all. Y'all see what's going on?
I'm staying serious.
You checking for the wallet.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
It's because some women only marry because of the money that the man got. Be real.
And I'm going to be real with you. Some men only marry because of the pooch.
No, that too.
So it works.
And I can't say that because it's so easy for a man. It ain't just that one that he just like, oh, I'm gone over. Like, nah. Some men marry because they know they ain't got to work that hard because they putting in enough work. And, hey, shit, she got me.
Right.
I know a lot of niggas that these jokers don't do nothing. I'm like, damn, that niggas got it made. You did what? Like, yeah, but hey, I mean, it works both ways.
It's wild because some women like men that don't have anything going on.
Low self-esteem. And it makes her feel like she's somebody.
And not only that, she don't have to worry about what he doing. Let me tell you, ladies, I'm going to tell y'all, I was praying for a boss, but then when you get the boss, you gotta know your boss ladiness gets tested. Because when you got this man that's going on flights, he's out of town, he's doing this, he's signing autographs, or he's protecting the people that are signing autographs, whatever the case may be. When you really start dating those men that you consider your dream man, you gotta put your big girl drawers on and you gotta know who you are too.
Yup.
You see what I'm saying? You can't be worrying all about what's going on. You gotta be secure. You gotta trust. You know, so it's interesting right there. Cheryl said you mentioned stability in what you had to offer, so make her stable. Cheryl, you playing tonight. Cheryl is making my night.
Stability ain't.
Yeah,
she's funny. I ain't arguing.
No, that's hilarious.
That joke just made me laugh.
But Black said, "What makes me special outside the rest that you can't get from nobody else, so you can say you will never get this again?" Black. I don't know what that is, because after you've been dating after a certain amount of time, it's going to be very few. I mean, honestly, it's going to be very few first. I think it boils down to what you said earlier about the connection.
Yeah.
It's all about the connection.
The vibe gotta be there.
Yeah, and guess what, though? Nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
If you got to have you got to have patience to grow. These days, I notice a lot of people don't stay long enough for something to grow that could have grown into something. You know what I mean? You got to be able to get to know a person, and people do make mistakes. Yeah. You just got to figure out what's the deal breakers for you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to deal with a man that's sleeping around a lot.
Yeah, I feel
you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he get my food wrong a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a reason to break up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or to discontinue seeing the man.
Yeah.
You know, now you can look at things and let people know. Now, once you let people know what you like and dislike, and they continue to move the same way, after a while, that's kind of reason for me to step back. You know what I'm saying? Because once I start hitting you with things like you not meeting me halfway, because I'm a prideful person. I'm working on it, y'all. But I really don't like having to explain myself to a man. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. I'm working on it. I'm not saying that's right.
Okay.
But that's a weakness that I had, just expecting people to know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I would get you gone quick.
Yeah.
You know, but how he supposed to know?
Yeah.
Now, once I tell you or ask you, and how I do things, I ask, I say, is this something that you're able to provide for me in a relationship? Is this something you're willing to bend on? Because if you're not, we need to go separate now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that. But if I know this is going on and it's not making me happy, I'm not playing with it. I don't feel happy. So I'm not even trying to feel happy. You know, putting it under the rug. I don't feel happy.
Yeah.
I don't feel happy right now. And I know that you want me to be happy. So now that we're doing this, what we going to do about it? What's the solution? And a lot of times, men or women, when they're presented with that, you can't get it right the first time all the time. If I'm used to being a certain way, it might be difficult for me to change that immediately. So that's what I'm saying. You got like a person enough to give grace if you really see the potential in a relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you sound like you cut people off quick.
I do.
You said.
If I don't cut them off, I already got in my mind what we gonna be. You just a sex buddy.
Oh God.
For real, I mean, and some be wanting that. I mean, I ain't making like I got the best sex in the world and I'm the most handsome or anything, but you know that women do the same thing. They already know exactly what they gonna do with a dude from the way he asks for the number. They already know.
Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. So April said after a few dates, y'all already know yes or no. You right.
Yep. True.
After a few days,
you already know. I don't even need a date. After me talking to you on the phone, you telling me about your life, I can kind of decide what's up.
Yeah, people be telling their whole life story, but I don't want to judge because sometimes that work for some people. But Tamara said it's important to grow together and not apart. Yeah, if we see that we're growing apart, we just need to end it.
End it, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why some people so desperate. It's a lot of people out here. Yeah. I mean, my thing is, if you don't force it. I think some people so scared to get back in the dating pool, though.
Yeah, it is. It's overwhelming. Like, I was talking to a female a few months ago. We went out, nice date. I actually went to sat by the planes and watched the planes land. We was rapping. So after maybe like 3 weeks of talking, I sent the text, "What's up? Hope you had a good day. I kind of know you had a good day because I prayed for you." So the next morning it was, "Hey, I was asleep when you text me." And that was it. Nothing about me praying for her. Like, I don't know if I overreacted. So let me ask you, if a man texts you, "Hope you had a good day. I kind of feel like you had one because I prayed for you," what is your reply?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody not on the same level spiritually, and it can make them feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
But I will say, cause I'm a minister.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm forced to learn a depth in biblical studies.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I will say this: just because a man is not as knowledgeable as I am of the Word of God,
That's not a.
No.
It don't bother me because I know we supposed to.
You know why? Because I done dealt with men in the pulpit that turn out to be devils.
I believe it.
So it's
because I don't give everybody pastor.
So you
ain't no pastor, I ain't calling you that.
So
you
know what I look at? I don't look at what people know. I look at what people do.
Me too.
I look at people's character because I get people that will, men will talk women's panties off, talking about all these Bible scriptures and this and that.
But they the dumb ones, because why you letting them talk the panties off if he's supposed to?
So you look at what they do. So my thing is, sometimes you gonna learn this too. Probably like I don't tell men certain things. I don't tell men I'm a minister when we first go out.
Okay.
I believe in the mystery and the peeling off of layers. Like, we can go out and I'm gonna be cool. I might have some wine. We be chit chatting and have a good time. I don't mention nothing about church. I want to see what's up.
Yeah.
I just want to naturally see who you are.
Yeah.
Cause it's something about that when women go around talking about I don't believe in sex before marriage and I don't do this. It make a guy like really want to just do that just to prove you wrong.
Yup, that's true. That's true. I got a lot of homies that used to be like that. I was like that at one time, but that's true. And the whole time they use that as a front to act as if they this goody two shoes.
Yolanda said that kind of sound like a corny line if you just be like the prayer thing.
What, the prayer thing?
Yeah, like I prayed for you today.
No, I was serious.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I was dead serious.
But this is my thing. It's levels.
But so y'all done been through that. I never said that before.
It's levels to it though.
I mean, that was real. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fake. Like, that was dead. That was real.
But I have learned that it's levels to it. To me, that's a really deep level. And I'm not saying we got to wait a long time, but we got to get there.
Why?
I don't want to go to church with you if I don't even know my plans for you yet.
That's the problem. I'm so happy you said that.
I ain't busting you.
I'm so happy you said that.
Busting you in church.
Why are you women cool with going out with us to drink and you don't even know how I act when I drink? But you got a problem with going to meet me somewhere where they talk about the word of God? And I done had plenty of women get in my car and do not know me. You don't know if I'm beefing. You don't know how I act when I get drunk. You don't know if I'm going to fall asleep at the wheel. But because I'm paying, I go. Where we going? You driving? You don't even know me.
But that's tell you who in your car.
But listen to what you just said. It's levels. So it got to be a certain level to know that a guy prayed that you have a good day. I need to know you for 6 months before I can pray for you.
No, it's just that we live in a world where it's unbelievable.
I know. So it's the same with me. So when I tell a woman that, how many times I think it's April, Tania, and Tamara, and Cheryl. How many men have you dated and they told you they prayed for you?
Right, Yolanda, that's real. But I have had men.
I know. I need Tania, Cheryl, Tamara, and Yolanda. I need to hear this.
How many men have told y'all that they prayed for y'all? Like in the beginning.
In the beginning of relations, like the friendship.
Well, I know the men that I'm thinking about that told me that they prayed for me turned out to be dogs. Roof.
Did you meet them in church?
Some of them.
They was trying to use that to get ahead.
And that was wild, man. I remember one time I had the women's ministry meeting at my apartment, and they knew I was dating this guy, and he was hitting 2 of them.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? And talking about pray.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you.
But I'm telling a woman to pray and get confirmation about me, so I don't think that that's wrong. I'm taking it to a different level. No, how many men have said that part? That's what I'm saying.
Tamara said that the only man that told her that he prayed for her was her husband. See, she lucked up. He was genuine.
See I'm saying, Tamara?
She said you a good husband. She the one that she feeling you. She like
Thank you, Tamara. Like, tell your husband I said what's up. Y'all get discounts on breaks.
Yolanda said, my last one prayed all the time. He was the biggest devil. Hold up. Cheryl said, my last husband told me he prayed for me all the time, and we prayed together.
That's what's up.
So that was good.
That's what's up. And that's my point, y'all. I'm not acting as if I'm the best guy out here. I'm saying that to say, in my eyes, I don't think men do that.
For me, once I take a man to church, I feel like...
I think that's a no-no right there.
No, when I present... Because Cheryl said she'll take her date to church. That's cool. But for me, it's a big deal for a man to be able to say he's been seen with me. You know what I mean? For a man to be able to say publicly that he's dating me and for people to see him with me,
okay,
like that means so much.
Okay.
So like everybody different. You just gotta do what floats your boat. But
True
once
that.
I present you, we gotta be at least engaged.
Yeah.
Cause the body of Christ mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Church, that family more important than blood.
100.
You see what I'm saying?
100.
And I take that. So once I put you around them, I know they gonna flock to you. And then I know it's a good possibility that you still gonna be in the picture if this breaks.
Yeah.
We need to know where this going.
Yeah.
Before you get here,
Yeah.
we need to know.
Yeah.
We need to know. Nah. Okay. April said, I dated a pastor. He prayed before sex. That was weird. But my
Oh my God! Stop playing! Tell her stop playing. We serious, April. Stop playing.
April said I dated a pastor.
Oh my God.
He prayed before sex,
Oh my
and that
God.
was with my first boyfriend and my last as well.
Oh my God!
Nah, and Yolanda
What was
is
the
right.
prayer like before
I
sex?
know.
I need to know. What did he say?
He probably was like, Lord, help us to bring us to... This not funny.
Oh my God! God forgive me.
God
Please
forgive me. But we
I don't
didn't-
call everybody a pastor.
No.
Just because they have that title don't mean they are a pastor. If they're not pastoring a flock, they are not a pastor.
No, I'm serious.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's for real. But
Oh
Yolanda
my
said,
God.
me too, church is a sacred space. And it's like, that's a big deal, man, because you don't want to mess your testimony up.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you sitting here talking right now, you take a joint in the church. You feel me?
Mhm.
You take a joint in the church and that thing fall apart and you ready to take the one, when you meet the one, you take her everything. I'll be like, girl, he had one in his last week. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody different, but I'm big on that. I don't even like to take people around my family like that.
Nah, I feel you.
Normally, when I start dating a guy, if he say he want me to go around his family, I say no.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, I'm a cool person. And like if I go around, we're gonna be laughing, we're gonna be joking and playing spades. So you develop relationships. And I don't want to be connected to your family if we not moving forward. Because then I'm gonna have relationships that I gotta cut off because I don't believe in that like that no more. Because then it's too confusing when you get with the one.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with my ex-kids. I'm still dealing with his sister. We going to the mall every other day. I'm like, nah. To each his own. Tamara said, I feel you. That's an unexplainable bond. Yeah, so I don't know. To each his own this day in life. But I'm going to tell you, y'all, tonight have been real. You know,
it was
this
fun.
time have passed so fast, man. And it's just crazy, y'all. But the bottom line is, and we just started off on the show, and the show took its own turn. You know, I knew when we was talking about that no sex before marriage, which you know, your goal.
Yeah.
I feel like God honors when you trying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like the things and how I have changed, and I have changed. You know, God authentically took those things and those tastes and those appetites from me. But there are some things that we got to fight for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think once you know better, you do better. And the truth is, God love you either way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of up to you. It can cause you a lot of heartache when you go out here just moving around with that sex freely, man.
Yeah.
Because you're attaching yourself to a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what's in people.
True Bill.
For real, man.
True
I don't know if y'all ever dated people, but I have dated people for a significant amount of time sometimes and didn't realize who they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, once you really get a piece of that, you know what I mean? And like you say, Donovan, the only way you really know, you prayed, it never failed me. When I pray that prayer, I ask God to show me stuff about people.
Oh, you're going to get it.
You gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's up to you what you do with it.
Yup.
It's up to you what you do with it, but God will show you.
Yup.
Yep. April said, I know this for sure. I've been married for 21 years.
That's what's up.
My husband did not try to change me. He loved me for being real.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like you
That's
can't
what's up.
change people. If you need to change a person to be with them, it's probably not good.
Yeah.
But there are certain.
I ain't trying to change nobody. Be you.
Be you. But it's
I can't change me. God only can do that.
Right. Only God can change hearts.
Yep.
But I can't tell you what I'm going to deal with and what I'm not.
Yeah, true big.
That's all I can do.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? That's that. I can't change you, but there are things that you do as you grow. Like as you growing together, you say, well, I don't really like this.
Yeah.
And you can't tell somebody how they going to handle it, but you can say, what is the solution?
Yeah.
Because this not working.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And if you can't find a solution, there's no need to suppress it and leave it. I'm not leaving nothing unresolved.
100.
If you can't look at me and say, no, I'm not talking to my exes on the phone if you don't like that. No, I'm not staying at the bar past midnight. No, I'm not. I don't want no weird, just let it play. Nah. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So there are certain things and boundaries that got to be set in relationships too.
For sure.
But that's that. We'll be here till next Christmas. Because this is a never ending. Donovan, when I say it has been a joy having you on the show tonight, this turned out so good. And y'all don't know the half of what was going on trying to get on here tonight. But yeah, you guys, I will see you guys. Thanks for joining in tonight. Thank you guys for being so interactive. All your comments, they don't go overlooked. I appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week, Monday, 7 o'clock, right here for another episode of Let's Talk with Ro. Oh, man. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. And like with all of this right here, we stayed on here for an hour. Hold up. I got to end this live. I'm normally not used to doing it on